This is what a gamer could look like in 20 years. Meet Michael, a 3D model created by researchers that shows the effects of gaming addiction on the body. Michael has a hunched back, bloodshot eyes, swollen ankles, and many...
Welcome back. I'm gonna keep trying this until I get like whatever the hell I'm gonna say. Welcome back to Real Talk Corner. I'm your host, Ariana the Quantum Healer, and my co-host Bella is in the building. So we got some more juicy shit for you guys. We actually got some tragic shit today, though. Man, we actually got some tragic shit today. I was like looking at some of them like, man, this shit is crazy. But it's what's going on right now, and it's what's being talked about. So why not? Right? Interesting to me because I had seen it come across about how they said how gamers were going to look. And now my grandsons, they're little gamers, although they don't wear headsets. But they were saying in like, some years, the body's going to start to morph and they'll have these dents and their hands and shit. And it was pretty trippy. And then this guy comes out with this, this gamer that happened to shave his head on live or whatever. And he had the dent. And so more gamers were shaving their head and they were seeing the dents in the top of their head. And it was like, what the fuck? Like, because it's a little scary of what they would evolve into, what these gamers are going to evolve into when it's not cute at all.
It's funny because I sent it to my son.
Yeah.
He's cracking up.
Like, this is your future if you don't, you know what I mean? If this is what you do and you don't kind of put anything in between the gaming, like if you're just doing excessive hours, this is what you're going to predominantly look like.
I was just about to say that if that's your life, like that's your profession, this is what you're going to, because you got to think about it. You're doing this every day for a certain amount of hours. Yeah, that you definitely need to take that into consideration that you may start to, that's just like someone sitting all the time and not sitting with their back straight, or, you know what I mean? Eventually they're going to become hunchback or whatever. So, I mean, it does make sense.
I tell everybody all the time, I used to always be on the floor. I was a manager. I was always on the floor working with my whole life. And then when I got into medical assisting, for a long time of the medical assisting, I was sitting. There would be times I'd be on my feet, but there was a lot of times of paperwork and sitting. There was a lot of times I was doing referrals and stuff like that. And it really did reshape my ass over time, of being over a decade in the field. Depending on what you do, even like that hunchback of sitting at a desk and my eyesight getting fucked up from looking at the screen. You don't realize it, but you have to combat it. You have to stay active. You got to stretch. You got to do things to combat that. Otherwise, you will start to morph into the shape that you are sitting in all the time. And it's a real thing. Like, they're not just joking to scare nobody. It was just sad because I'm like, damn, how many gamers going to be looking fucked up? And y'all ain't going to be y'all going to be struggling trying to find a mate looking like this shit.
This is terrifying. So you remember this model that was created by scientists predicting what gamers would look like in 20 years? Well, if you look at one feature on the head, which we all laughed at the time, they predicted that gamers would develop a dent on the top of their head from wearing their headset for so long. Well, we may have to eat our words because Twitch streamer Kurtos recently shaved his head for charity and discovered that he developed an indent on the top of his head. And then just to make it worse, a whole bunch more streamers and gamers started posting their indents saying, welcome to the club. So the question is, are we actually on track to look like this by 2040?
Because on the bottom of the legs, they had like what looks like swelling. You sitting though, you know what I mean?
Right.
Sitting for.
This is terrifying. So you remember this model that was created by scientists?
Because you're sitting, all that fluid just sitting in that space.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? So y'all got kids and, and look at just sitting there probably because of who really is eating right when they're gaming. I don't think any gamers are really spending time cooking. They're gaming unless they have
Mm-hmm.
like a mom or somebody that's making sure they eat healthy. Then but just you can't just do anything for over extended periods of time. You have
Mm-hmm.
to get up, you have to stretch, you got to move your body, move your muscles. Definitely don't sit in the same space because that hunchback shit, that shit's real sitting at any
Mm-hmm.
computer, any space like that. It's a little creepy, pale too, because you're not outside, you ain't getting no vitamin D, you ain't getting no sun. I was just like, damn. But to see the actual gamers, they don't even realize that they have these dents in
Mm-hmm.
the top of their head. I'm like, do y'all not wash your head? Do you not
You
massage
know
your
what? I think it's more because they make it a profession. So probably for the last 10 years, that's all they do. Like you said, probably don't have anything in between at their system, or they more than 8 hours when we do work. Most of the time we're working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. They're
right,
putting in more hours than 12 hours. They're probably gaming, 18 hours, 20 hours, even overnight,
right, right,
when it's a profession and that's their source of income and, things like that. So I can definitely see that happening in years if that's all you do,
right, right, right,
but you definitely have to monitor, your children. I think children are a little better because they do have school. So they have to go to
right,
school and they're at school. And if they work, they're at work. So their gaming time is cut
right,
short.
right. I'm like, how tight are the motherfucking headsets, y'all? I'm not a gamer, so I don't know.
Right.
How tight are they on your fucking head to where it's indenting your whole cranium and shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, that shit is crazy to me. Like seeing that, like, damn. And then I'm like I said, do y'all massage your scalp? When I wash my hair, I massage my scalp. Like I take time and massage my scalp. I'm like, wouldn't you feel that?
Mm-hmm. That dent going in.
You must really not really caring about yourself. You jumping and jumping out to get to that next game like a
Right.
fiend, and that's kind of like the being addicted more. Yeah, everything is balanced. No matter what you're passionate about, no matter what you love, everything is balanced. You have to find a way to balance your life and have where you still allow yourself to be active. Even if you're not a sports person, you can find things to be active. Like even like right now, it's hard for me to get back in the gym and get pumped right now. I've been like lagging, energy's been all fucked up, but I found swimming at the YMCA. So me and my daughter have been swimming. We swimming, and that shit is rough trying to fucking
Mm-hmm.
swim and doing laps. And that's it. Like, I do like 15 minutes to the most, like, damn, and I'm tired. But it's like doing something, pushing
Mm-hmm.
yourself to get up and do something. You gotta balance because otherwise, yeah, that's what your future's gonna be looking like as a gamer. And y'all, that ain't sexy. Mm-mm. That ain't
Not at
sexy.
all. You're gonna have to have money. You're gonna have to, because you're gonna be buying and paying for shit.
Man, that's like real shit. They're gonna be there for your money. Maybe some
Hmm.
people like that though. I don't know. I would want something more genuine, but hey, to each his own. You
Right.
might just make sure if you're like that, be the best fucking gamer ever because you gonna need all that money.
Right. You better be rich or something, because you're gonna have to, like I said, you're gonna have to need that money to pay for your your extra services you want. That
Or
shit ain't
mom,
gonna come naturally.
or mom's gonna be there forever. You'll be living with mom forever.
Okay.
Yeah. Drop a comment. Let us know, you guys, what you feel about that. I think it's pretty crazy, but it makes so much sense with everything that we do. So, you guys take care of yourself. Don't do anything for too long because it's going to reshape you. And you'll be in 10 to 20 years, you'll be like, what the fuck happened?
Right. Mm-hmm.
All fucked up.
This is what a gamer could look like in 20 years. Meet Michael, a 3D model created by researchers that shows the effects of gaming addiction on the body. Michael has a hunched back, bloodshot eyes, swollen ankles, and many more health problems. At the same time, he has vitamin D and B12 deficiency, which explains why he's so pale. Researchers are warning gamers that they need to take care of their bodies, or else their health will suffer.